Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. Two things today. I will show you a tea time card that I made using AliExpress dies, and I'm also going to show you how to do that open and shut door using the packing tape. But first, I'm going to do the tutorial on the open shut door. Now for this, you're going to need, obviously, some packing tape. You can use the large wide stuff that you wrap boxes with. I'm actually going to use this stuff which I put onto packages, and it's called invisible tape. I believe this was from Walmart. If it's from Dollar Tree, forgive me, but it's either Dollar Tree or Walmart. You're going to need some removable tape or washi tape. This will be to hold your dies in place. And you're going to need a hitch fastener or hitch pin, as some people call them, and it's a little metal thing which unscrews. So when you poke the hole for the area in your door, that is what you're left with, two pieces. Trying to get my camera to behave. There we go. So you've got a screw there, and you've also got the top part. You see, bright sunshine, so it's really difficult. Okay, so that is the hitch fastener, and then with your removable tape, you're going to use a piece of that to hold what will be your door to your tag as you run it through the cutter, so that you keep it central, or you can have it off to the side or wherever it is you want, but that will keep it in place for you while you run it through your die cutter. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so this is now what I have. I've run them through and I can peel my tape off, and as you can see, I've got my small rectangle and I've also got my tag piece there with a hole in it for my door. I'll just move these tapes out of the way. Put that there. Oops. Got the hitch pins in the middle. So there is my tag die, which I'm now going to run through again because that will create the back. And here is my rectangle, which I will also run through again because I need two of these. One, of course, is the front, and the other one will hide the packing tape behind when I place it on. So I'll just go and do that now. That's all done, and this is what I have. I now have two small rectangles. I have my tag, which the rectangle was cut out of, which of course is going to be the door. And I now have a back for the tag, which you will flip over, and eventually that will go on top of there. And of course these two pieces are going to go together back to back like that. I'm going to punch a hole in there, and the packing tape will hold it to there. So now I'm just going to go and punch a hole into here. I've now poked my hole through which my hitch fastener will fit, and I will just pop that through the hole there. See, it has to fit through, and then of course the little bit that will be your doorknob will be able to screw onto the top there. So that becomes your doorknob. Now we don't need this at the moment, but we just needed to make sure that it would fit through that hole there. So I'm now going to unscrew it and I'm going to remove it. These hitch fasteners are available on AliExpress in all sorts of colours. Right, so that's what we've got, and of course it's still in two pieces. Okay, so now the next thing for us to do is to assemble the door into the opening. I'll just grab a few things and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've grabbed my tape, my box packaging tape, and I've also got my red line tape. This is from AliExpress. This is very strong stuff, and I've opened out the doors so that the insides are on view. So that's the outside, and I've opened it out and that's there. And I'm now going to put a piece of packing tape along what would be the hinge of the door. So here is the tape on the back of that door, so that when you turn it over on the front side of your door, this is the sticky side. So we're going to get our tag, we're going to flip it over. So this is the back of the tag, and now when we turn this over, it's the back of the door. You're going to pop that accurately back into its aperture. Let's find it there, a bit wobbly on camera. And you're going to smooth that down. So that tape is now on the inside when you cover it with your nice clean tag like that. You won't be able to see any tape at all. And the tape that is on the back of the door will be hidden by your other little door. This piece of course won't be seen because that will go over it. Try to get close-ups, quite difficult. So I'm now going to put some tape around here so that I can fasten on the door, and around the edge here so that I can fasten the tag together. But first of all, I'll do the door and then I will be back. So here I've put the tape onto the back of the door so that I can apply the other piece of door, which will hide all of the packing tape and all of the workings there. And this is what the front looks like at the moment. There you can see it. There's your little door, and your door will close. So what I'm going to do now is peel off this tape, put on the back of the door, and then we'll put the hitch pin in. Okay, so here is the front and there is the back. So by putting this on, it hid the packing tape that was running down here. And then if we flip it over, we can see the tape along this side here. But once we put the back of the tag on there, all of that will vanish. So those two will go together. Tap that down like that. You will thread your hitch pin through your hole. I just used a pokey tool and a piece of cutting mat. Well, not necessarily a piece of cutting mat. It's this thing, and you can see how well battered it is. I've been making holes in it for years, but it does protect your work surfaces. And then you will just thread the hitch pin on correctly, of course. Sometimes I do things all wonky. And then you screw it shut, and there is your door, just like that, that will open and close. Now, I haven't decorated the back of that, which gives me the opportunity to do something with this today. So I think I'll create another sort of open door kind of card tag today. So it's just that easy, and I hope that that is useful for you. And then of course, once that's all done, you just press that flat and the door will stay closed. You can, of course, if you're putting it through the post, make two little holes and loop a piece of ribbon or string so that it fits nicely into your envelope. But these can be quite deep, I suppose. So if you're giving a card to someone in person, it's not a problem, but through the post, that might poke through your envelope. So moving on, and I used my favourite tea set yesterday from AliExpress, and it is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And this is it. I'll put all the pieces on a little bit of magnet here. You get a teapot and you get 2 cups. You get a teaspoon, and you get the top of a teaspoon so that it could be, you know, sort of like hidden in the cup or what have you. You get the teapot lid, you get 2 little hearts, you get a tea bag, so my allergies are really bad today, and you get the top of the tea bag, you get the tag that hangs off the tea bag with a piece of string, and you get a sugar cube. These few things I didn't use for my card, but I will show you now what I made. That really is my most favourite tea set in the whole wide world. And I made a little tea time frame card, and I used silver foil for the teaspoons. If you can get a close-up there. Yeah, that is what I showed you yesterday that I make with my glitter and glue. Turn it into fudge and chop it all up and get lots of little bits. So today I'm using it as the sugar in my sugar bowl, and that's that half a teaspoon on that set that I showed you. There is my teapot with its lid. I just used a little paper lace strip there and stacked 2 cups up. And this is that wonderful frame set that is, I think, probably $2.50. And I'm going to show you because you get a huge amount of dies in that set. It really is a lovely nesting set for the money. And oh, just scoop them all up here. And here are just a few of them. I put the card there, and I've got the rest in this bag. So it's a very close nesting set, as you can see, and they all go inside each other. I think there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are actually 10 dies in that set, and it's less than $3. And of course, the reason I liked it originally was because I could see that I'd be able to do all kinds of like homey things like that. But it's also the shape of a tombstone for Halloween. And of course, you could cut the larger one straight down the middle and do this tutorial that I just did here and make 2 opening kitchen cupboard doors. So that could be 2 doors on the front of that, and somebody would open it and see all the nice little teacups and teapot inside of the cupboard. So I will measure the larger one in this for you, even though I have shown you this quite a while ago. I do believe it's still available on AliExpress. And the largest one, cut point to cut point, is 5 inches and 4 3/4 inches. So that's the one that I used for that, and it is a fabulous size and a fabulous set for the money. Well, I hope you enjoyed my tutorial and that it wasn't too confusing for you. You can always pause it and then go through it step by step, but you can see that there's no tape to be seen and it does close. So you have a fabulous day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.